everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time for the AFC Championship. And to call the action, as they have all year, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. Wide open receiver complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
Now they try the right side here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
Extra point forthcoming. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Running into the kicker. Defense.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4". Play clock winding down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, Austin. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run. As we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brought me to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Jadeveon Clowney, to me, is an example of a player having good health finally for him and being matched in the right position finally in his career. Began it as an outside linebacker, which I never thought suited his talents. To me, put his hand on the ground, go get the quarterback, and that's what Houston did with him in 2016, and it resulted in his best season to date and his first Pro Bowl as a player.
There they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Second and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 11. So we play the quarter here in the AFC Championship game. 7-all is the score. We're back to Baltimore after this. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Down on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, Watson got his man complete over the middle. It's Maxwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a first down throw. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hughes. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Watson is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain, and it's second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play? I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it in every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Watson to throw on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Rose. Touchdown, Houston. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now here come the Ravens. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Now Austin on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Wrap up.
He's still moving. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there, 50 yards, and the Ravens have broken the tie. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Ravens defense as they head out to set up shop. Obviously a close game from the defensive standpoint. Maybe don't want to blow it too much out of proportion, but how important is this drive?
I think it's huge for them because they've got to find a way to help out their offense, whether it's doing it themselves, taking the ball away and scoring, or setting their offense up in a good position to give them a chance to fully be back in this game.
Well, sometimes that defense triggers the offense. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. Now a handoff looking right. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
And they give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he'll give it here to his running back. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Austin. Off the bootleg. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back to throw. Austin. Throw left side complete. That's Russell. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Now a handoff here to his running back. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw. Austin. This will be caught just inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens have controlled the flow, but it hasn't given them a big advantage. The Texans won't care how much their offense is on the field as long as they find a way to advance in these playoffs. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 1st and 10. Great stiff arm here on the run. He caps off the 7-play drive with the score. Now 1st and 10. That puts them up by a touchdown. Pace is wide open here on the catch, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 27-yard line. Ravens have it at the 42. Austin's pass will go into the end zone, and this will go all the way for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. 3rd down at the 36. Coverage breaks down here, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. We're brand new at 14. Ravens on offense midway through the second. He'll take off out of the pocket here, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Ravens up by a touchdown. They take it at the 33-yard line. Maxwell's got nobody around him on the deep pass. And this play will go for 6. This cuts the deficit to 1. Ravens have it late in the second. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made. And he ends up at the 19-yard line before he stopped on the play. So that's going to do it for us. We'll send you back now to field level for some more playoff football.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Let's go!
Here's Austin. Off play action. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there at 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go.
Austin to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Now he steps away, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now, throwing on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Austin, off the play fake, powers through. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw is Austin, operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
To throw on 2nd down, Austin. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while there's no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Austin looking to throw on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 38.
Austin, off play action. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Come on, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and it's got him in the lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Watson on first down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Second down, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And to give this time to the tailback. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. A give to the fullback on the dive, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big-body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either. No,
that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Austin now off the play fake. Flush to his right. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring him 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
I got 15. Let's go. 190.
Now Austin off the bootleg. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Back to throw is Austin. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes from the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Tucker now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
And he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Rose. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Again, it's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rose. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's Watson, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, Watson. This is caught, and they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Shift together here from the D-line. Watson now to throw. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. To throw on second is Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, Bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Come on, let's go!
Back to the air on second down. Austin finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go! 1-9.
Here's Austin. Off play action. He's going to air one out. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Back to throw. Austin. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Let's go! Brand 38!
One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
All